A garden path gives a subtle message, like go this way, or there's something around the corner worth seeing. The tidy paver path here at the Better Homes and Gardens test garden takes us all around the garden in a large winding circle. Makes it very easy to see everything here. Paths and walkways do a lot more than just keep your feet dry and steady. They give the garden organization and transition, provide inspiration too. They also say something about the gardener, and they can reflect your personality. For example, these beautiful ceramic pavers add art and beauty to the garden in a simple path, which invites us to take a break on the arbor bench. Paths invite people into the garden to experience and explore it, rather than just view it. Add a curve or two in your path like this. It leads your curiosity. I can't see the destination point, but I know something interesting must be waiting at the end. Locate a large plant, like this aster, add a curve to block the view and add to that sense of mystery. This path is easy to install and looks neat. The larger rocks that edge it help to hold the gravel in place and make it look very tidy. Paths in the garden do more than just give guests a place to walk. They serve another function. They increase accessibility so you don't trample on plants when you weed, water, and tend the garden. A good rule of thumb when you're designing a perennial border is to put a path through it if it's more than 6 feet wide. And if you don't want the path to show, just put tall growing plants near it. Paths can be made of many different materials depending on their purpose or use. This path, made with shredded bark mulch, makes for easy access through our vegetable garden. It's a good idea to use a weed barrier under the mulch to keep the path weed-free and easy to maintain. You'll have to put a new layer of mulch on each year as some of it blows away or decomposes. Other things you can use to make a path are bricks and pavers, like those used in the permanent walks here at the test garden. These are strong, they're sturdy, and if they're set in properly, they'll last for years. There are hundreds of different varieties you can choose from. They're all preformed and ready to put in. Some are ornamental, like the tiles we saw earlier, and some are just plain and functional. But whatever you choose, it'll help to set the tone and the personality of your garden. Limestone flagstones are commonly used because they're very versatile, and they add a natural, informal look to the garden. They can be used for stepping stones that lead through the garden or set in close together, like the pieces of a puzzle for a sturdier walkway. A neat thing about the jagged edges of flagstone is that low-growing plants, like this woolly thyme, can be planted alongside and in between the pockets that are created in the path. Paths are best put where there's a natural traffic pattern, say from the garden to a shed or garage. Now, this is a heavily trafficked area here at the test garden, and a path would keep the grass from getting trampled and the soil from getting compacted. This is the perfect spot for a stepping stone path, and I'll show you how easy it is to put one in. The things I'm going to need are a couple of pieces of flagstone that are about the same size, some sand, a shovel, and a spade. Take average-sized steps through the area, marking where your feet are. This will show you the right spacing. You want to put the center of the flagstones on these points. Place the stones where you want them. If you're cutting through sod, use a sharp spade to cut around the stone, then remove the stone and slide the spade under the cut area of sod to lift it out. In the garden, mark around the stone, then lift it out of the way and dig a hole in that area that's about 2 inches deep, plus the depth of the flagstone or stepping stone. Add a 1.5 to 2 inch layer of sand as a base for the stepping stones to sit on. This will stabilize the stone so it won't rock when you walk on it. Smooth out the sand and set the stone on top. You may need to do some adjusting so the stone lies flat and level with the surrounding soil or turf, and this will prevent the stepping stone from becoming a tripping hazard. This is a great afternoon project that will add another dimension to your landscape and encourage the visitors to your garden to take the beckoning path. It's also going to make garden maintenance a lot easier.